One time racism saved my life, man. I was on a plane. I was coming from overseas, and I don't know how this guy got a machine gun on the plane, but he stood up, man. He said, "Everybody, get on the fucking ground. Nobody look at my face." I started freaking out. Because he was Chinese, I was like, why is he talking like that?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Tunji's podcast. I am your host, Tunji Taylor Lewis. Fun kind of episode today. I just want to talk about one of the best comedians in the world. Certainly one of my favorite comedians. As a matter of fact, I would put him in the top 5 comedians of all time, and definitely he's probably like in the top 3. I'd say, I put him up there with Pryor and Eddie and that sort of stuff. I don't know. I'll probably come up with that list later, but I'm talking about Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle has recently received the Mark Twain award for like excellence in comedy, or whatever the hell the award is called. Dave Chappelle is one of the GOATs, man. Dave Chappelle is, I don't know if I want to say he's better than Richard Pryor. I don't know if I could say he's better than Eddie, but for anybody's particular taste, he might be better than either one of them. Like, the argument is still there. Like, he's arguably the greatest comedian of all time, and it's just so cool to see this dude sort of get his roses while he's alive and the way that he is. And the reason why in particular why I admire Dave Chappelle so much is because he's an example of a dude who sort of just stayed true to himself, regardless of what anybody else was doing, regardless of what anybody wanted him to do, or how they wanted him to go about his business or live his life. Even when everybody was calling him crazy, even as he continues to receive tons and tons of criticism for the content of his comedy, the guy just keeps on being, as far as I can tell, completely authentic to himself, and it's just like a really, really cool thing. The example in particular that I think of when I talk about all this is definitely when he decided to leave Chappelle's show after it was like 2 or 3 incredible seasons of the Chappelle show. The guy just left, and to this day it's a mystery of like why he turned down that much money. It was something crazy. I can't remember how much money it was, but like it was something crazy, like in the tens of millions of dollars or something like that. Turned down the deal. Something happened to him, and ultimately, based on the clues that he's given us, it just came down to him, not wanting to be controlled by the industry, and not wanting to lose himself in the in the whirlwind that is the entertainment industry. We still don't know what the specifics are of that, but I can certainly understand not wanting to go along with certain things as a comedian and as a person. Every actor, any entertainer has sort of like gone through the experience of having to make a decision for yourself or for the money. Every actor has like sort of has gone through that, and then the higher up you go, the worse things get. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we're seeing all these situations with Harvey Weinstein right now. And even though Harvey Weinstein is an animal, and he's an awful human being, he should absolutely be locked up. There were a lot of women who made the decision to do whatever sexual pleasures needed to be done to this guy so that they can get a movie role. And that's just one of those situations where, if you do the thing that Harvey Weinstein wants you to do, you get to be in this Oscar-winning movie and you get an Oscar maybe. But if you say no to him, then life is a lot more difficult to you, and that's 3-5 more years that you're tacking on to your journey to becoming a major Hollywood star. And it may not ever happen, you know what I mean? And and entertainers, especially high profile entertainers, are faced with that situation every day. Dave Chappelle gave an interview where he said that if he took the money, he felt like he would be, he would like kind of lose himself in the situation. He would kind of be like under the control of certain executives or whatever. And he chose not to do that. He went away to Africa, infamously went away to Africa, went away from a while. And, you know, it's just like an amazing testament to when comedy is done well, it sticks in the hearts and minds of people forever. Like, even though Dave Chappelle went away for a while, like, we never forgot this dude. Like, we were just still like wondering, like, he went away too soon. Like, when is he coming back? When is he coming back? When is he coming back? Turned down all that money from Comedy Central to continue doing the Chappelle show. When's he coming back? When is he coming back? And like a few years ago, he came back, and Netflix offered him a shit ton of money to do a whole bunch of specials, and he has just been killing it ever since. And it's almost as if all that money that he lost with Comedy Central to keep doing the Chappelle show was made up with his deals with Netflix. And he just had a whole bunch of banger material. Still to this day, my favorite special that he did was what was it called, Equanimity or something like that. We're talking about Dave Chappelle right now, just to answer a question on the live. What was I saying? Yeah, it's almost as if the money that he lost to keep on doing the Chappelle show on Comedy Central, he made up all that money with this amazing, huge deal that he got with Netflix. And it's just a beautiful thing to see, man. Like, I'm seeing him in movies. I'm seeing him get these awards. I'm seeing him kill it on. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Def Comedy Jam 25-year, anniversary special. But he went on there and he just was like, gave one of the most hilarious impromptu, TV show performances that you've ever seen. The dude is absolutely killing it. And I guess I'm saying all this to say that it definitely is encouraging. Like, even though Chappelle was out of the game for a while, and even though everybody was calling him crazy and kooky and all this stuff, and he was definitely getting a whole lot of criticism, it is an encouragement to the fact that you can stay true to yourself and still, receive the benefits of your hard work and still get all of your hopes and dreams. Like, if you stand up for what you believe is right, it can still work out for you in a major way. As a matter of fact, it might even pay off in a better way. Like, if you think about it, like, a huge reason why we're appreciating Dave so much right now is because he went away for so long, and because he refused to cave in, and because he refused to be somebody or to act in a way that he wasn't. You know what I mean? It's that's a huge thing for me personally, because I find it very, very difficult to not be true to who I am. Like, if I'm ever in a situation where I have to fake something, or if I have to pretend to be into something that I'm not into, like, it's almost like physically I can't bring myself to do it, right? And I've been discouraged by that, because you see a lot of people in the entertainment industry make their way up by schmoozing and brown nosing and pretending this and acting that and doing whatever executives tell them to do in a way that's not true to who they are. And at times I would feel a little bit discouraged, because it's just like, man, like, if I stay true to who I am at all times, I might not achieve my dreams, because people might hold me down. But combination of the internet, like the internet definitely like changes everything. And like, being able to post on the internet like this, like, definitely gives you a lot of independence. But with that being said, like, even just the human aspect of it, the human element of it, when I observe people like Chappelle, who, man, just stayed the course and didn't prioritize money over morals, and it ended up working out for him in a cultural relevance way, and in a financial way, and I think a happiness way. Like, I would have to imagine he's very happy right now with how his life is going. The way that it all worked out for him, it's just very, very encouraging. It definitely encourages me to stay the course and just be me at all times. Never gonna try to disrespect anybody or step on anybody's toes. But at the end of the day, like, I got to be my number one priority, right? So that's sort of my thoughts for today. Thank y'all so much for listening. Thank y'all so much for watching. Peace out.